Welcome back everybody, it's Wreck Havoc 808 here with another progression guide video. Today I do have like a list of things I want to go over. First things first, I want to go over why LuLu was my choice to build. What was the deciding factors over Fran, since I knew we were going to get Fran day 5. Why did I build LuLu? So I just want to justify that and tell you why I believe you should build LuLu first also. Then I want to go over like setting rep monsters, because I've noticed that a lot of people they have crazy rep monsters, and it's really like it's hard to keep a friend on your friend list with the rep monsters I see. Secondly, I'm gonna try and push TOA and TOA hard. We're gonna push Necro because I haven't touched it yet, and you get a rage set for finishing Necro 10. So we'll at least try it. I don't know if we can do it, but we'll try it. And then I'm going to go over daily priorities, and then last but not least we'll do some summons. I got like an LD scroll, a couple mysticals, nothing major, but we'll just go through that, and yeah, so here we go. Like I said, I wanted to start with LuLu. First off, I want to say why LuLu is so good. Why is she so good early? And here it is, okay? This is the skill 3 right here. Removing the 2 harmful effects from all allies, and then healing them. And then if they didn't have harmful effects, granting immunity. Now, you're saying with Fran, right? Well, Fran has immunity for everyone too. Fran has a cleanse on skill 2, but a single target. Now, there's a couple reasons why I think Lulu's better to build first than Fran. If you already built Fran, she's not a bad unit. She's a great unit. You're not gonna have any issues with it. I'm just saying why I built Lulu first. And as you can see, I am actually building Fran too at the same time. So I'm skilling her up right now. Like, I am building her. So don't think that I'm saying that one's better than the other. I'm just saying why Lulu's better earlier. Why she's better right off the bat. So that skill 3 is huge. The reason is you want to push for 2 sets in this. In my opinion, okay? In my opinion, you want to push for the Vero set, because it gives you a violent set. Right here, the Vero, right? You get the legendary 5-star violent set. It's just the first thing you want to push for in my eyes, because it's the easiest to do. It's quick. You can have it by day 6 or day 7. It's not a lot of effort. It's like I said, it's free to play, right? It's not like it's a matter of time until you get it. Whether you do it on day 10 or day 12 or whatever, you're gonna have your first violent set, which is gonna be easier than trying to farm dragons for a violent set. Now, on top of that, when you go to the top here, when you get into here, you get another violent set here of 6-star violent runes. And so my objective when I started was to rush these 2 sets, to get these 2 violent sets. That was like the main focus for me. So rush Vero, get the first violent set, and then I wanted to rush dragons 10. And I didn't one-shot dragons. It wasn't like it was a fast run. Here, I'll show you. This was like 6 minutes. It was not like fancy. It's not farmable. I can't farm. So look at this, 5 minutes 46 seconds. I'm not gonna farm dragons with that team. But I did enough to get the violent set, and that was the whole purpose. The reason why I wanted to rush the violent sets is it gives you a lot of early game power. So if you take a look at my LuLu here now, so she's on violent broken. She's on violent with plus 101 speed and 17k health, right? That's this is what I'm aiming for. And then my other violent set is on Lauren, and she has 51 accuracy, plus 80 speed, plus 14k health. So just really solid violent sets. Even if they roll bad, and I tell you, a lot of them roll bad, you just put in the, you just fill in these other 2 runes to like try and make up for it. But just solid, lot of early game power, because it's hard to build a violent set from farming dragons. And having 2 violent sets with this type of like speed, HP is just going to be huge for your account. And so the other thing about LuLu that makes her really great, and besides getting you to that dragons, right? Because that was the main focus. I was like, okay, because LuLu and Fran, well, Lulu's actually safer for giants too, but we'll start here. So Lulu and Fran kind of serve the same purpose, right? The only thing you lose with Lulu compared to Fran is you lose the attack buff. But with Lulu, you gain the cleanse, the AoE cleanse. And the other cool part about Lulu is all 3 skills heal, which most of you probably know. Skill 1 heals, Skill 2 heals, Skill 3 heals, right? Now, on top of all that, okay, like a month ago, you could have made an argument, like, because I've built Lulu many times in the early game. A month ago, you could have made the argument, well, no point in building Lulu, because when you get into the late game, she's not going to be worth it anymore, right? But now, with the second ascension available for Lulu, she's viable throughout the whole game. You're going to use her the whole time. She's just as useful as Fran, just in a different way, right? And so this is my thoughts personally on why building Lulu first is actually better for pushing the violent sets than building Fran. And like I said, this is if you're trying to push the violent sets, and I really am. Now, here's the other hard part, okay? Now, when I want to push the rage set, I'm going to have to try and use Fran, because Fran's going to be better than Lulu and Necro. But we'll get to that when we get there, okay? So, yeah, I just wanted to make a pitch for Lulu here. I just wanted to say how important she is, how clutch she is early game, and why I truly believe that your first support build should be Lulu. If you're trying to get early game power, those violent sets are the way to go. So, on top of that, let's just show off the set here. So, we do have the violent set, you know, plus 101 speed. Got a couple artifacts on there, both HP, I believe, yeah. Super tanky. We got to make up for stats because she's a 2-star. And then pretty fast on violent. Like, I'm happy with the speed on this, alright? Now, with the second violent set I got, I was able to get Lauren with a plus 80 speed, you know, plus 14k health, 51 accuracy. So, I mean, between these two violent sets, and with just a couple runes added in, I've made 2 very strong early game units, okay? Like, this is really strong for early game. Like, Lauren's gonna pop off. I still need skill ups. My Lauren still needs skill ups, and she's still able to do dragons because of the violent, because she was able to strip. And then Lulu at one point was soloing the dragon. Yeah, was soloing the dragon. The last 25% of its health, Lulu literally soloed it. I wish I recorded it, but you know, I've been sick this weekend, and I'm like, I didn't even know if I could do the video today, or record anyway, and so like there's a lot of stuff I should have recorded that I didn't, but Lulu soloed the last 25% of the dragon, and this is my pitch for Lulu. You know, take it or leave it, but I believe strongly that your first support unit should be Lulu, regardless if you have Fran, if you're trying to push for the violent sense and get that early game power. Now, secondly, I wanted to talk about rep monsters. This is something, man. I don't want to single anyone out. I'm not gonna go through my reps and single anyone out, okay? That's just not what I'm trying to do here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to help you keep friends on your friends list. So when I go through my friends list, if my friend rep can't clear Famon or Aiden, then I'm not going to keep that rep. Like, your rep needs to be a farmer. If you're repping some kind of like, you know, single target slow unit, or I don't even know what this, like I see all kinds of reps. Like I see, man, I don't want to point anyone out. I see all kinds of reps that are not farmers, and you need to have a farming rep if you want to keep friends on your friends list. Yeah, sure, the people who are like AFK and they're not like, if you want serious, like, here's the other side of it. By having a good rep, you're gonna get people with good reps, and I flush out my friends every day. I look who's been online, I look who has a clearable rep. I've kept people on my rep list just because they've had a good rep. So I strongly urge you, make sure that your rep is who you're farming Famon with. It's who you're farming Aiden with. It is such a big deal to keep quality friends, so that you can use their reps also. So that's just my thought on that. I just wanted to put that out there because it's a big deal, and I've noticed a lot of crazy reps, and so this is my This is my like. Look, I'll keep you on my friends list, but you gotta have a rep, man. You gotta be able to clear Famon. You gotta be able to clear Aiden, right? If it's a wind unit, assume that it clears Aiden. Try it in Aiden. If it's a fire unit or a water unit, try it in Famon. If they don't clear, like I'm not saying one time, right? Once in a while a unit derps and doesn't clear. But if the unit cannot clear and you've tried it 2 or 3 days and it's not clearing, then you might as well just ditch that person and get a new friend, because what you're gonna do to optimize your XP, right? Like when you're leveling, like when I leveled my Thrain up to 40 today, I was using reps to level him up, because then he shares experience with no one, right? And he gets triple the experience or double the experience, whatever you're running. And so that's why these reps are so important. So just remember that. Remember when you use a rep, just think if they're using your rep, if they're getting that same benefit. All right, enough on that. I'm a little bit tilted from it today, but enough on that for now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to push TOA. I've kind of pushed it already a little bit. I'm on 72. I don't know if we can go any further. I'm not sure. I did buff up. My Lulu and Lauren are a lot stronger now. We'll try it out. I'm going to run it a couple times. We'll see what happens. If not, we'll push TOA hard. But we'll just probably do it as like a time lapse. Like I don't want to kill you guys with this. I just wanted to show, like, look, I got the Devilmon. Like I'm already super stoked with my TOA. If I could get the L&D scroll, like that would be like a cherry on top. I'm not planning to clear TOA this month because it resets so soon. Like when does it reset? 3 days. I'm not planning to clear it. That would be amazing, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can clear 100 yet. Although I do have a lot of attack bar manipulation. So if I somehow got to the boss in TOA 100, I could probably beat it. But I don't think my team can get to the boss. I don't think I have enough CC. But yeah, so we'll just do a TOA run now and TOA hard, and then we'll push Necro. All right, here we go. So the main reason that I wanted to do these Necro runs was just basically to try and push for the rage set at the end for clearing Necro 10. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that far. We only could get to B9. I kind of wasn't expecting to get B10, but it's a good idea. It's like a good gauge of where I am. On top of that, I just wanted to recap on everything that we went through. Like first off, like I strongly want to urge you to make LuLu your first build, your first support build. Make sure you set your rep monsters so that you can keep friends. You know, if your friend's clearing Famon or Aiden, you want to make sure that your rep can too. Also, make sure that you know that you're using the sets they give you. The 2 violent sets will give you really early game power. The rage set, when you can get it, gives you a lot of early game power. Yeah, and then just make sure you stick to your daily priorities. Like, make sure you're doing your arenas. Make sure you're doing your guild wars. Make sure you're doing your siege. Like, just stay on top of everything, because all these little things are going to add up to making an overall power spike for your account, especially early. If you're doing arenas and someone isn't, you're going to surpass them in power, because you're going to get the towers and they're not going to get the towers. So just some food for thought there. So here's my summons. I didn't have a lot. It was just 7 summons, but enjoy. Well, that's that. Yeah, I got the Jansen for. I guess I'll keep them for one day when I build the BGR5. Like I said, I am planning to play this into mid-game, at least. And I feel like BGR5 is like one of the most worth teams you can build. It's just so worth. Along with Trikaru, which we may build on the account just so people can see it, or I'm not sure. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll just make teams, or maybe I'll build Trikaru. I don't know. We'll just have fun with it. As long as we're having fun, that's what matters. So please like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate everyone who's been watching. If you know someone else who could use this help with their progression, please send them the video. And once again, I just let you know, LuLu for president one more time. But thanks for watching. Aloha for now.